Throw Gang, you are joining us at the brand new Throwing Fits Substack.
Lights, camera, smaction. Welcome, Throw Gang, new and old, to the biggest and best version of Throwing Fits ever.
Look around you. Just look around you. If you're a grizzled vet who's been with us through the dizzying highs and very, very terrifying lows, you already know what the fuck going on, and we couldn't be more excited to go even harder with the pod here on Substack.
This would be clarified as a dizzying high.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Right.
I need to sit down. Well, I'm already sitting. See?
The lights are too bright.
Yeah. So that's if you're a grizzled vet.
Yeah. If you're new here, I'm Larry.
And I'm Jimmy.
We are the #1 global men's fashion and lifestyle podcast.
We don't normally talk like that.
No, it just sounded cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I do talk like that sometimes.
Yeah, a lot.
We're also the only podcast that matters. That's naturally self-proclaimed.
Yeah. All right. So, Lawrence, the big question is, and again, maybe you've been with us for a few days, maybe you've been with us for 5 years, maybe you're with us at a previous podcast endeavor that shall not be named. Who are we? What do we do? What are we doing here? Who are we? Who are you?
Most importantly, we have fun. That's
Absolutely.
first and foremost. Okay, so we interview cultural luminaries every week.
Great word couplet, by the way. I know you're proud of yourself for that one.
Yeah. From my big brain to your beautiful ears.
Yeah. What marketing deck did you get that off of?
The Throwing Fits marketing deck, dude. That could be a fashion designer. That could be a rapper. That could be a chef. That could be a former porn star.
It could be a random person we find on the street just fucking snoozing in the sun if we think they have an interesting story to tell.
Yeah, if you move our needle, we will shove a mic in your face and cut an absolute classic.
Yeah. We also every week pod with just ourselves, aka boys only. But you know what? Girls can be boys too.
Go and brush your shoulders off.
And we go deep on everything happening in the zeitgeist, everything happening in our lives, the things that you want to talk about, the things that we want to talk about, that no one else is going to talk about.
And no one's going to talk about it like the goddamn motherfucking boys, I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. So yeah, boys only episodes, Friday Fiasco episodes, the more casual ones with just like homies again.
That's
most of us found off the street.
Yeah.
What else do we do?
We collaborate with household brand names and some cool undercover brands that you probably haven't heard of. Also, we're based in New York. That we should read his hat. Yeah,
that too. I'm wearing one of the collaborations on my feet with a little brand called Adidas.
Maybe
that
heard
being
of them.
said, okay, we also make our own shit in merch, cut and sew. We throw parties that you're all invited to.
Throwing a party.
You'd really do.
We do product recommendation newsletters.
Yeah. We do link dumps. They're called the Dumper. They come out. It's actually called the Thursday Dumper, but they tend to come out on Fridays or Mondays.
Maybe Mondays now. Yeah, it's basically a steamy link dump of great shit. No pun intended, that we think you should buy, because if we love nothing else, we love clothes. We should say that too. We love clothes.
I fucking love clothing, bro. I fucking love it. And not only just the products, but life is more than just products. Also just other shit, other random thoughts just eating our brains. You want to get down on paper, which kind of brings us to why we're moving to Substack.
Yeah.
Lawrence, why are we moving?
We also don't normally talk like that either. Listen. You guys all use Substack. We use Substack. It is just a better experience for both users and creators. This is the home that the only podcast that matters and the Throw Gang deserve. So
this is, by the way, huge get for Substack.
I agree.
It's huge news in the Substack world.
Hey, Substack, go pat yourself on the back for this one. You reeled in the biggest fish possible.
Welcome. No, but for real, I mean, they provide, and maybe you guys know this because I'm sure all of you have a newsletter yourself or maybe a podcast yourselves.
Congrats, you're blowing up. That's good. Fantastic.
The tools and support that they are going to provide us with and provide other people with, it's going to let us just do more of what we want to do. More podding, more blogging, more private sales with the best brands and shops in the world. We already got some shit in the works with a product drop and an event. And this is all because Substack is just
private sale.
And a private sale. And this is all because Substack is just taking the burden off our backs.
Yeah. Okay. Most crucially, let's get into the fucking meat and potatoes, as James wants to say. We are consolidating all of our tiers so that everyone now, for the first time, has access to everything we record, create, make, write, yell, scream, etc.
Yeah.
And it's right here on Substack.
It might not be in vogue in I don't know, governments around the world, but over here we're democratic, right?
Yeah.
We want to provide everything to everyone, so that's a huge reason why we're coming over here. Where it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. You know, there's no more tiers and fucking.
No.
You know, no one's better than anyone else.
No,
everyone gets everything.
This is content socialism at its finest, ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right, let's get into the subscriber bennies.
Okay, one tier,
the nitty gritty. One tier, $9 a month
Deal.
or $100 annually.
Bigger deal.
For that, you get 2 additional podcasts per week, at least 2,
Minimum.
sometimes 3. You get the boys only, like we talked about. You
Bing
get
bong.
the afters.
Yep.
You get Friday fiascos, and you get both audio and video. Because once again, a single tier.
Whether you want to listen in your custom, brand new Throwing Fits RSS feed, do that. Watch us on Substack. Watch us on YouTube. There's going to be links for that too. So whether you want to listen while you fold your laundry or watch because
while you drive your car,
because you're so fucking, I was going to say, because you're so locked in on the couch. Maybe your Tesla's driving you. You know, I don't know. Listen, to each his own. Your body, your choice of how you want to consume. All the shit that you know and love from the Patreon is also coming here on top of all this stuff. So like James said, we got private sales featuring exclusive discounts from the best shops and stores in the world.
Newsletters with clothing recommendations. We got playlists from Chef Shami, and got other musings, hopefully more essays from the number one boy, Chuckles.
Yep, and here's a good one. Early access to product, merch drops, and events. We mentioned and teased out some of that stuff already. For those of you who are familiar, you know this shit sells out. You guys are going to get first dibs because you now mean even more than you already did.
Yeah. For my chatters, real chatters, stand up. Do not worry. The Throwing Fits Discord, it ain't going nowhere.
Who is that?
Jordan Belfort, bro. Yeah, they're gonna need the Coast Guard to take me out of here.
You did like a kind of Tony Soprano thing.
Listen, the Throwing Fits Discord is not going anywhere. If you're in there, if you're in the Cord, stay in the Cord. You will stay in the Cord. If you're new here and you want Cord access, don't worry. Our Substack plug, Austin, again, the support we talked about, he's going to be handling this directly. Give him 24 hours and he'll get your ass in the Cord. There's also Substack Chat.
Boom.
The latter of which, Substack Chat featuring some discussion threads based on everything happening in the episode, happening in our world.
Yep.
It's a pretty powerful tool. I've seen the way that people use it, and I'm excited to actually get it going.
Yeah, that's going to be that is going to be fun, and that is definitely going to be spicy.
So don't worry, the chat brothers, you'll be well taken care of.
Yeah, absolutely. We always got to look out for the chatters, those that are both elite and novices.
Right. Even the lurkers.
Dude, honestly, I would say the
lurkers are chatters too.
I think they might be the most powerful. The lurker, because you never know when they're going to pop up and say something totally inflammatory.
History goes to those who lurk. Okay, now we got to get into some actual kind of nitty gritty. So excuse us as we read this shit off our Google Doc. The Patreon to Substack migration. So for all the homies that are joining us here that are coming over from Patreon, the Substack is free for a month.
Yep.
Okay. If you were an annual Patreon subscriber, it is free for even longer. This is everything you need to know. And if you don't want to listen to this, it's also written out in the Substack post. There's going to be a lot of that over the next few weeks. I'm sorry, Substack.
Yeah.
Fast forward if you just want to read the shit.
But also, if you want to listen to the beautiful dulcet tones of the goddamn motherfucking boys, we're going to hit everyone. Just bear with us. Okay, starting today, July 15th, you're subscribed and comped for Throwing Fits' first month on Substack. If you sign up using the same email that you used on Patreon, all you need to do is go to throwingfits.com/subscribe or throwingfits.substack.com/subscribe. Re-enter your payment information to make sure that your subscription is live beyond the free month, which ends on August 15th. But do not fret, because for everyone migrating over from Patreon, no one is getting charged until the first comped month of our Substack is up again on August 15th.
Okay, if you are one of those people that paid for an annual plan on Patreon because you're a planner, you keep spreadsheets, you want to know what your annual expenses are up front, you will not be charged until the remainder of your Patreon subscription was scheduled to end. That being said, go to throwingfits.com/subscribe or throwingfits.substack.com/subscribe and re-enter your payment information so that your TF Substack subscription doesn't lapse when
That's
it was
a word we
scheduled
used.
to. Yes.
Yeah.
It's really fucking easy.
Yes.
It'll take 10 seconds. Again, we just want you to enter your payment info so that your subscription does not end after the free month. You will not be charged until after August 15th.
Yeah. Whether you're getting that free comped month to August 15th or even more because you were a planner and a budgeter, like James said, that's
A budger?
Budgeter? Is that a word?
Yeah, sure.
It is now, bitch.
One who budges.
Yeah, one who budgets. Excuse me. Right. Okay. You're getting fucking comped for what you already paid for on Patreon, of course, maybe even more. But the reason we need the payment information is because Patreon doesn't let us take us with them, and we do not want your subscription to lapse. We want it to be seamless. So fucking do that. It takes 10 seconds. That's how you fucking keep this shit afloat. That's how your subscription will be as seamless as it always was, but you will not be charged a dime until August 15th, or if your annual, whenever that was supposed to end, and that will be handled on a case-by-case basis.
Okay. Thank you, Lawrence. Okay. Again, this is for people who are coming over from Patreon to Substack. And like Lawrence said in point 1, you better be using the same email that you're using on Patreon to sign up for the Substack. That's how Austin, our guy, will know to get you that comp month. If you use different emails for Patreon and Substack and they aren't the same, email our guy Austin about merging your emails so you can get that sweet comp month. Austin.tedesco@substackinc.com. That is TEDESCO at substackinc.com.
If you are listening to this and this seems like a lot, please just read it in the post that is under the exact audio that you're listening to. But again, for any additional concerns, questions, inquiries about the migration from Patreon to our new, bigger and better home at Substack, again, please feel free to email Austin. He's going to take care of you. That's what he's there to do. Again, his email is austin.tedesco@substackinc.com. And his name is Austin. Please treat him respectfully and politely.
Absolutely. Once again, I think we already mentioned this, but most importantly, probably for the podcast listeners, some simple steps you take just to set up your RSS feed for the Substack exclusive podcast episodes, i.e. the boys only apps, the afters, the Friday fiascos, where you can get those on your podcast player of choice like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Zoomy, Tupi, Boopy, all them shits. Swear to God.
Last night was a poopy.
Swear to God. It'll only take a few clicks.
Yeah. This is as simple as it could be. It was demoed for my dog brain by Austin.
If Lawrence can do it, I guarantee you can do it. And if you can't do it, you got to go see a doctor.
Yeah. You might have dog brain.
Yeah, you might have poopy brain.
And as someone who could not figure out how to do this himself or help anyone figure this out on Patreon, this is much easier. And I believe there's going to be a handy dandy link to click again in the copy of the post of the very podcast you are listening to right now. Okay, seems like a lot of information. We get it, but it's pretty clear if you just read it on the post of the pod that you're listening to right now. Done.
Okay, Lawrence.
What up, James?
It's been 5 years. I had to explain the concept of time to you earlier.
Well, year zero is what throws. I still don't know if I know the concept of year zero. Like I do, but it's
How old is Throwing Fits?
Okay, so started in 2020,
and it's 2024.
Right, but it's actually 5 years, not 4.
I'm
per science.
Are you asking?
Yes.
Are you answering the question with a question?
Well, okay. If I am to factor in this new concept of year zero that I learned just last week, the pod
it's not even that. It's just
pod is 5 years old.
Let's count on our fingers. February 2020.
1.
February 2021.
2.
February 2022.
3.
February 2023.
What? 4?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
February 2024.
5.
We did it.
I feel like you repeated one in there.
You can take your helmet off now.
My hair is not done properly. I must keep my helmet on.
It has been 5 years and 5 months of Throwing Fits. Our beautiful chapter at Patreon has come to a close while another chapter has begun.
Yeah, we appreciate everyone that supported us on Patreon. If it wasn't for you guys, the past 5 years couldn't happen. They were fucking...
Well, you're here now, and we're about to get this shit started. What do you have in mind for the next 5 years of Throwing Fits?
Well, I know what the people fucking want, dude.
What do they want?
And I'm about to give it to them.
More yelling? What?
Nah, dude. More fucking typing. People want to read. They want blogs. And you and I are vocal creatures at heart. But with that said, for the new and old listeners, we have quite the extensive media and fashion backgrounds. A lot of that included writing and editing. I am a published author, in fact, despite not knowing how to count.
That picture book.
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be like, hey, listen, we got all these motherfuckers out here recommending absolute fucking garbaggio, and we can talk about good shit all the time, which is what we do. But I feel like we can also put it in the written word and give people handy dandy links so they can spend more money on clothes just like me and you. And I'm going to be doing that.
I think also kind of like, honestly, we're about to create a new form of media. I don't want to give away too much just yet, but
I want to know about this.
We've been brainstorming and workshopping this. Honestly, groundbreaking new atomic innovation that is taking one medium and another medium, and through both fission and frisson, fusion and fission are, I'd rather be broadcasting. This is going to be a possibly game changer. It kind of talks. It's what you're talking about. It's what I'm talking about.
Holy
I'm
shit.
just excited because, like, again, great times at Patreon, but it already feels like just the support that we're going to get with Substack is going to enable us to just do more, whether that's like booking bigger and better guests, saying no to the guests we don't want to podcast with.
No, thank you.
No, thanks.
No, there's other podcasts that don't matter that you can do.
Yeah, there's one over there. So that we can...
Don't talk about Jared that way.
What? Oh, our landlord.
There's no podcast. And now you can just fucking watch this, but there's no podcast over there.
Yeah. They're just real estate guys. Here's what we're not going to do. We're not going to tell you how to dress like Austin Butler on the red carpet. We're not going to make up trends just so you can fucking, feel like you're being an independent as you go shop at Zara and Shein and Temu. We're not going to be fucking interviewing people on the street, asking them how much rent they make. We're going to be doing that on the podcast.
No green screens.
No
fucking,
screens.
I was going to say no handheld mics. Technically, these are handheld mics.
Fuck.
No clip-on mics.
No.
They'll always be fucking gripped. And you're going to have to fucking tear it out of my cold, dead hands if you want me to shut the fuck up, which I'm sure a lot of you do already.
Yeah, you're about to be assassinated.
I literally forgot.
I don't know. I think that, sorry, just to wrap up my thought here, I'm excited to the fact that this, like, a lot of the bullshit and like kind of like grunt Sisyphean technical work will be taken off our plates so that we can do what we were born to do, which is just tell people how and where to cop.
How to navigate
and put that shit on.
How to navigate the zeitgeist, like the best.
If you see a zeitgeist, I'm gonna fucking navigate that shit.
When you were talking about fusion and fission and fishing, I was like, wait, what are we doing? But I now remember. And that's going to be fucking...
Listen.
That's going to be very convenient.
I'm never wrong. I'm early. Sometimes I'm light years ahead to the point where I get shitted on, but then, a few years later, it's...
Shitted on?
Shitted on like Derek Glassberg.
Shitted on.
Yeah. What did I say?
No, I would say shit on.
I would say shitted on.
Shitted on?
I'd say shitted on. It's a regional thing.
Okay.
Fugazi.
There he is. No, no one on this podcast and in this listenership is getting shit or shitted on. We are rising above the fray.
I'm happy to get shitted on because I think that if you get shitted on by some people, it's actually a mark of respect in some cultures.
That's a cosign of the brown variety is what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that I'm excited to get some new shit out in the world, and maybe it gets shitted on early. But I know that it's going to be a fucking game changer, big and small.
Yeah, and
I'm not talking about just the one thing, just the one fusion.
Right. And if you're new, the pod is normally this scatological, unfortunately. Yeah. That's just, you just do, they say like putting your 10,000 hours. We are at fucking 69,000 hours at least by this point. And some things are never going to change. But what is changing is the new home and hub for all things Throwing Fits, also known as the only podcast that matters. And that is on www.throwingfits.com. Also at www.throwingfits.substack.com. And yes, we do.
Lawrence, how do you spell
URL. That? What? Oh, I got
all of it.
I got to spell it out. All right. But should I do the long one just to prove how smart I am?
Yeah.
All right. Yo, if I fuck this up, all right, let me get in the zone. www.throwingfits.com. THROWINGFITS.SUBStack.com. Yeah,
First
bitch.
dub in the Throne Fits Substack era.
The first of many.
First of many. Glad you're here with us, whether you're coming over from Patreon or you're brand new here.
Yeah, welcome.
We'll get out of here because we got more pods to do. We got more pods to do.
You didn't even mention this is the third pod we did today because you know what?
No, fourth pod.
Fourth pod we've done today. Money never sleeps. Jimmy and Larry never sleeps. Content never sleeps. The only podcast that matter doesn't sleep.
Chef, take us out.